welcome back. Now that we've finished the actual module on water for transport, I'm going to make sure to go through some of the important words that you would have heard during this actual module. You need to know the words, don't forget, because you get plus points for using correct scientific terms in your exams or in your assignments. Plus, you might be given one of those kind of terms in your questions, and you need to be able to understand what they actually mean as well to be able to answer that question. So we're going to go for them one by one. First one is nitrogenous waste. That was just the recycling of proteins. So proteins break down, and then when they break down, they form something called urea, and that urea is the nitrogenous waste. Hemoglobin is an oxygen-carrying protein found in red blood cells. So up here we've got the red blood cell. In it we have all these yellow dots, and in the yellow dots we've got this the yellow dot itself is the hemoglobin, and hemoglobin has heme groups where the oxygen can attach to. So hemoglobin is an oxygen-carrying protein. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. Veins carry blood to the heart. So yeah, those two are the ones for opposite ones. Arteries A for away. Capillaries, material exchange between blood cells, between blood plus cells. So you would have glucose and oxygen going into cells, and carbon dioxide going out of cells at the capillaries. Chemical composition just means what chemicals something is made up of. So for example, protein is made out of amino acids. Its chemical composition is amino acids. Xylem is water transporting tube. Phloem is sugar transporting tube. Transpiration, that's what we call evaporation that occurs on leaves. That's transpiration. Remember transpirational pull? That was a mechanism that water travels. That's the mechanism that water travels up the tree or plant. And we call that transpirational pull because it's pulling on all the other water molecules. We've got translocation, which is a mechanism that transports sugar from source to sink. Remember, source was an area that in a plant where we had sugar being produced. So that was, for example, a leaf here. And sink is the area that needs to have that sugar. It can't produce it itself, and that might be a root or a stem. Artificial just means man-made. Perfluorocarbon, that was the artificial oxygen-carrying molecule, so the one that can replace hemoglobin. We've got platelets, those help with blood clotting. Red blood cells, these are the ones that carry hemoglobin, and hemoglobin can carry oxygen. We've got the white blood cells, which fight infection. We have the cambium, so those are the dividing cells of plants, so the cambium can go into either phloem or xylem, can become phloem or xylem. We've got the vascular bundle, and the vascular bundle was when we have all that, we had that egg-shaped one, and we had xylem, phloem, and the cambium in that egg-shaped one. And that was called a vascular bundle. Cross-sectional means we have got the top view, so if we look from something, so if this is a bad attempt at a tree, the top view is the cross-sectional, and the longitudinal one would be if you divide that into half. Let's look at it from the halves. So yeah, these are the important words. So try to kind of have a good idea of what those words mean, and if you can, use some of them in the exam as well.